Hey everyone, what's up? It's Ellie here. Remi de la Rosa is one of Redfall's 4 launch heroes, a combat engineer specialising in robotics and a brilliant one at that. Remi's fierce determination to protect the people around her led her to join the Coast Guard. She's lived most of her life on the front lines of conflict, having brought that expertise to the Navy Rescue Unit in order to help develop new search and rescue technology where she served on the front line of disasters. Because of her experience as a robotics expert, she often travelled to different Coast Guard bases, training them in remote-operated search and rescue technology, which is how she ended up in Redfall. Now she's faced with a disaster unlike any she's ever encountered before. Remi has 3 major abilities that allow her to continue to use her experience in search and rescue and passion for robotics in her determination to help save Redfall survivors and take back control of what was once a quaint coastal town. During her time in the Coast Guard, she developed Bribon, meaning rascal in Spanish. Bribon is a highly advanced robot designed to be a decoy, cover and attack drone all in one. She can send the robot into battle in front of her, serving as a distraction so that she can take out enemies from the side or behind. You can pinpoint a target location for Bribon to run to. There, Bribon takes on a defensive posture with their legs tucked in so that they can withstand more damage and create a large siren noise to draw enemies' attention. Bribon will follow Remi as she traverses around the map. They kind of have a mind of their own and will sometimes just run right into enemies whilst trying to find the best way to position themselves beside you, or they can teleport to you in case you get too far too quickly. Fortunately, Bribon doesn't actually trigger any sightings by the enemy and is not ever targeted outside of the siren ability being triggered. Because of this, Bribon does not attack alongside you if you engage in combat, despite there being some brief snippets of cinematic where Bribon acts as a mini turret. The only exception to this rule seems to be the upgrade in the skill tree to give Bribon an AoE damage bonus. The upgrade Robot Rock allows Bribon to shock nearby enemies during Siren as well as regain more health as they get attacked. The upgrade Electrostatic Feedback makes it so that enemies who do hit Bribon during the Siren take extra electrical damage, so that pairs well with enemies within that certain radius. Then the upgrade Deadly Distraction makes enemies who are distracted by the siren take more damage from all sources. So all of these together make Bribon pretty dangerous as well as loud as annoying. I just have to add in here that though I personally didn't see Bribon engage in combat in my playthrough outside of Siren, there is one particular snippet of gameplay, which other than the cinematics, does show a very small amount of combat from Bribon. You can see Bribon shooting slowly and briefly. It could be part of the Siren ability where they produce electric damage, and it may be why it kinda looks like a slow pulse. Maybe they shoot as they run to their position. But it's so brief that I can't actually tell. Plus, we didn't see anything like that in the B-roll, so I have no idea if it was just removed from the preview version because maybe it was too buggy. But I just thought I'd mention it because I don't want to absolutely say Bribon has no combat capabilities outside of Siren, but I definitely haven't really seen any. Bribon can also be upgraded to have more health, make Siren last longer, and to regenerate health as they get worn down by enemies. If an enemy destroys Bribon during Siren, it's okay. Wireless Recharge allows the Siren ability to recharge faster, meaning that Bribon will be back in no time at all. Bribon can be interacted with outside of the Siren ability by Remi, though there sadly isn't an option to pet Bribon. Bribon can be made to joyfully jump like a playful puppy with interaction from Remi, though I'm unsure if teammates can do the same. Remi is a very human-based hero. What I mean is, not only does Remi specialise in supporting other humans, she is good at defending those at risk by humans. Remi has access to skill tree upgrades like Mi Familia, where human enemies take additional damage, or All Up In, where extra damage to humans is given at close range. Remi's second ability is a C4 charge. It can be thrown in an arc and be detonated remotely. And we've seen it be paired with other abilities that make it so much more than your standard sticky. For example, by pairing it with Bribon's Siren ability, you can draw enemies into range, and whilst they're grouped up, debuffed, and more vulnerable, set off your C4 charge and take down multiple enemies at once. We've seen it thrown down at a group of enemies while Remi is launched far away by Layla's ethereal elevator. Or you can also upgrade the C4 so you take no AoE damage from it, and Remi can be launched far up into the air with the explosion essentially like a Junkrat from Overwatch's concussion mine jump. Remi also won't take any fall damage with the upgrade. Mobilize is Remi'S ultimate and beacon of hope, creating a rallying point that continuously heals your teammates within range. It also instantly revives fallen allies and can be upgraded to boost the damage of players inside, as well as to last longer. It's a great way to aid yourself in sticky situations, teammates or no teammates. With these abilities and their upgrades, Remi falls into the role of a supportive tank. As I said about Remi in my impressions of her after playing the game, the best thing about Remi is that she can still hold her own. Give her a sniper, a shotgun, a UV ray, and she can fight just like the rest of them. She's not a support that is limited to supporting, but her supportive abilities mean she's going to be great at holding her own if you choose to save Redfall in single player. But she's also going to be incredibly helpful if you pair her with a team. If you're a moderately chaotic player who usually falls back on a support, I think Remi would be a great choice for you come May 2nd. Especially if you plan to play single player or just want to be a strong bearing for your team. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments who you'll be playing in Redfall and why. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!